Have you ever pondered the origins of different human groups and cultures as described in the Bible? Today we delve into an intriguing exploration, the origins of Gypsies and Indians. The Bible, revered by many as a sacred text, provides a fascinating narrative on the genesis of mankind. It speaks of the creation of the world and the birth of humanity, painting a picture of our collective past. In its pages, we find a myriad of stories that trace the lineage of different human groups, each with its distinct culture and traditions. Our focus today is the intriguing and lesser-known origins of two such groups, the Gypsies and the Indians. Their roots, wrapped in layers of history, are said to be deeply intertwined with the biblical narrative. As we delve into their past, we'll uncover the stories that shaped their identities and left indelible marks on their cultures. The Gypsies, often known as the Romani people, carry a rich history that echoes through time. Their nomadic lifestyle, vibrant culture, and resilient spirit have captivated the world, yet their beginnings remain shrouded in mystery. The Bible, some believe, provides key insights into their early origins. Parallelly, we turn our attention to the Indians, a people whose antiquity is as profound as their diversity. The Indian subcontinent, home to a plethora of languages, religions, and ethnicities, is believed to have its own unique biblical connection. It's a connection that we'll strive to unravel, illuminating a facet of history that's often overlooked. As we journey through the annals of time, we'll attempt to weave the threads of biblical narratives into the tapestry of Gypsy and Indian histories. This exploration isn't merely a quest to understand their origins. It is a tribute to the resilience and diversity of human culture. So, fasten your seatbelts as we embark on a journey back in time, tracing the roots of these two diverse communities. Our first stop is the fascinating world of Gypsies, also known as the Roma people. Now let's delve into the biblical origins of this intriguing group. Theories surrounding the biblical origin of the Roma people are as diverse and colorful as the Gypsies themselves. Some argue that the Gypsies are descendants of Cain, the first son of Adam and Eve, who was marked by God and sent to wander the earth after committing the first murder. This wandering lifestyle, characteristic of the Gypsies, is seen as a reflection of the curse placed upon Cain. Another intriguing theory links the Gypsies to the lost tribes of Israel. After the Assyrian conquest, 10 of the 12 tribes of Israel were said to have disappeared. Some propose that the Gypsies are descendants of these lost tribes, which could explain their nomadic lifestyle and the presence of Hebrew words in the Romani language. Historical and cultural aspects lend further support to these theories. The Gypsies have a long-standing tradition of oral storytelling, which has allowed them to preserve their history and traditions despite centuries of migration and persecution. Many of their stories echo biblical narratives, suggesting a deep-rooted connection to the ancient world of the Bible. Additionally, the Gypsies' unique culture, with its emphasis on freedom, mobility, and a strong sense of community, mirrors many aspects of life as described in the Bible. Their traditional music and dance, infused with emotion and spirituality, also bear striking similarities to the expressive worship practices of biblical times. However, it's important to note that these theories, while fascinating, remain largely speculative. The true origin of the Gypsies is shrouded in mystery, a puzzle yet to be fully unraveled by historians and scholars. Thus, the Gypsies, with their unique culture and nomadic lifestyle, have a fascinating biblical origin story. Regardless of whether they are descendants of Cain, the lost tribes of Israel, or another ancient group, one thing is clear: the Gypsies' rich history and enduring spirit reflect a deep and enduring connection to the past. Now we take a leap from Europe to Asia, landing in the colorful subcontinent of India. Let's delve into the biblical origin of Indians. With a rich tapestry of culture and history, India has always been a land of fascination. Some biblical scholars and historians propose that Indians might have biblical roots, tracing their lineage back to Noah's son, Japheth, or the lost tribes of Israel. Let's begin with the theory of Noah's son, Japheth. According to the book of Genesis, Japheth was Noah's third son, who, after the Great Flood, moved eastward to Asia. Some scholars propose that Japheth's descendants eventually migrated further east, reaching the Indian subcontinent. They suggest that the diverse cultures and languages in India might be the result of this migration. The second theory, which is more controversial yet equally fascinating, links the Indians to the lost tribes of Israel. In the Bible, the kingdom of Israel was divided into 12 tribes. 2 of these tribes stayed in the southern kingdom of Judah, while the other 10 tribes formed the northern kingdom of Israel. These 10 tribes were exiled by the Assyrian Empire around 720 BC and became known as the Lost Tribes of Israel. Some historians theorize that these lost tribes journeyed east, eventually settling in India. They point to certain similarities between Jewish and Indian customs, rituals, and even linguistic elements to support this theory. For instance, the Bene Israel, a Jewish community in India, has claimed for centuries that their ancestors were shipwrecked Jews who settled on the Indian coast. Both theories, while intriguing, are speculative and open to interpretation. They offer a glimpse into the potential biblical origin of Indians, adding another layer to the rich tapestry of Indian history and culture. The Indian subcontinent, with its myriad of cultures, also holds a profound biblical origin story. Such theories remind us that humanity's roots are intertwined, and our histories are shared no matter how diverse our cultures may be. Having explored the biblical origins of Gypsies and Indians, let's draw some parallels and divergences. Firstly, let's delve into the similarities. Both groups, according to biblical interpretations, are believed to originate from ancient civilizations. The Gypsies, also known as the Romani people, are thought to have their roots in the descendants of Ham, one of Noah's sons, while the Indians are often linked to the descendants of Japheth, another son of Noah. These interpretations suggest that both groups have their genesis in the aftermath of the Great Flood as narrated in the book of Genesis. However, these origins have influenced their cultural development in different ways. For the Gypsies, their nomadic lifestyle is often attributed to the curse of Canaan, Ham's son, who was doomed to serve his brothers. This curse might explain the Gypsies' history of migration and their status as perpetual outsiders. On the other hand, the Indians, descending from Japheth, are believed to have spread across vast territories, forming diverse cultures and civilizations. This could explain the rich variety of cultures, languages, and traditions found in India today. Notwithstanding these differences, both Gypsies and Indians have cultures deeply rooted in spirituality. The Gypsies' belief in destiny and fortune-telling can be traced back to their biblical origins, while the Indians' reverence for nature and their pantheon of deities are also seen as echoes of their ancient heritage. In terms of societal structure, both Gypsies and Indians have historically been divided into distinct groups or castes, although the reasons for these divisions and their implications vary. For the Gypsies, divisions are often based on craft or trade, while in India, the caste system is more rigid and related to religious laws and customs. In summary, while the biblical origins of Gypsies and Indians suggest a shared ancestral starting point, the paths these groups have taken and the cultures they've developed are distinct and varied. Despite their diverse origins, both Gypsies and Indians share a rich tapestry of cultural heritage. As we conclude, we ponder the impact of these biblical origins on Gypsies and Indians today. The biblical roots of these communities are not mere tales of the past. They continue to shape their cultures, identities, and interactions with the world. For the Gypsies, their biblical origin as descendants of Cain, as some believe, has woven a tapestry of resilience and survival into their culture. Their nomadic lifestyle, a testament to centuries of displacement, is deeply embedded in their social structure. This has led to a close-knit community that values freedom, adaptability, and the spirit of wanderlust. Their music, dance, and art, deeply emotive and vibrant, reflect their journey through history, echoing tales of survival and hope. Their religion, a blend of Christianity, folklore, and ancient customs, is a testament to their ability to adapt while retaining their unique heritage. Turning to the Indians, their biblical origin as descendants of Japheth's sons, as some propose, has shaped their social and religious fabric. The caste system, although now largely criticized and reformed, traces its roots back to these biblical times. The reverence for nature, a key aspect of many Indian religions, mirrors the biblical concept of stewardship of the earth. Their deep-rooted belief in karma and reincarnation can be seen as an extension of the biblical teaching of reaping what you sow. The rich tapestry of Indian philosophy, science, arts, and literature all bear imprints of these ancient connections. These biblical origins have also shaped the way Gypsies and Indians interact with the world. They have faced prejudice, discrimination and stereotyping, often rooted in misconceptions about their origins. However, they continue to challenge these narratives, asserting their rich heritage and contributing immensely to global culture, arts and knowledge. Thus, the biblical origins of Gypsies and Indians continue to influence their cultures and identities, even in the modern world.